Okay, fine. So this is something like we can also do the formatting. Now we'll just see with some calculations how do we do it. Okay. Now what I will do here is I'll just take this category. Okay, and I'll take the sales. Fine.
Yes,
Now
Ajay.
what I want is we see that furniture has contributed 742K, the total business. Office supply 720K, and technology is 836K. Out of 2.3 million, this is what is the contribution. So instead of reading a number like this, 719,048, 8 lakhs 36,154, I'll be more happy to see this in the form of percentage. How much percentage of the business is contributed by the each category of product? Furniture, say how much percentage of the business we have got. Office supplies, say how much we got. Technology, say how much percentage we got. I want to see this in the form of percentage. How do we calculate a percentage here? If we have to calculate the percentage, how do we calculate a percentage? So it is going to be nothing but the whatever the individual sales is there, like furniture, what is the sales? We divide with the grand total. Okay, 7 lakhs 42,000 divided with 23 lakhs. So there you will get a percentage. Now, if you have to get this percentage, what we can do is I can just go to the same analysis, and here we have something called the percentage. Okay, we go for something called as the table calculation, the quick table calculations. Okay, so we have the sum of sales, no? When you just focus on this, so we can see a small arrow which is pointing downwards. We can just focus on this one. Okay, you can just focus on this, or you can even right click, or you can even right click on this. And here we have this thing called as quick table calculations. During the quick table calculation, what is that you wanted? I want to calculate the percentage of the total. So that means the individual value, it has to be divided as a percentage comparing with the grand total. I say percentage of the total. So you can see, hey, furniture has contributed 32% of business. Office supplies, 31%. Okay, technology has a contribution of 36.4%.
Okay, Ajay.
Got it? How do we get the percentage?
Yes, Ajay.
Okay, fine. Okay, the next thing is I want to do this as a multi-level. Okay, let me just do one thing here is I have a category and within the category I have a subcategory. Okay, and I have a sales. Now, if I have to get the grand total, what is that we do? I'll just go to the analysis total. I say grand total. Uh, show the column grand total. Fine. Okay, we got it. And I want to have a subtotals. I just say the analysis total. I just say calculate the subtotal. Fine. Now, I just want to calculate the percentage. Okay. Or if you don't want the subtotals, fine, not a problem. But I want to calculate, okay, the percentage. Individual subcategory, how much they have contributed. Like, total sales is 23 lakhs. Out of that, bookcases have contributed 1 lakh 40,000. So for that, how much percentage it is? For 23 lakhs, it is 1 lakh. Okay. For 1 CR, it is going to be how much? 5% or something, 5 to 6% businesses happen. Okay. I want to display that in the form of percentage. So there's a 1 lakh 14,000 divided with 23 lakhs into 100. Okay. Fine. If I have to get that kind of a percentage, what is that we can do is okay, so I can just right click on this, say sum of sales, and I'll just go to the quick table calculation. I say percentage of the total. Okay, furniture has contributed 5%, chairs have contributed 14%, tables have contributed 4, furnishing 4%, tables 9%, respectively. Okay, now what is happening here is it is just like this one, the same thing. Okay, but here this one is calculated with the grand total. But I say, no, hold on. I do want it with the grand total. Okay, I want this to be calculated within the category. The bookcases, how much they have contributed for that respective category. Okay, chairs, how much they have contributed with the category. So that means if I just remove this particular clear the table calculation, so I'll add a subcategory. Is it? I'll just add the total subtotals. So that means 1,14,000 what has been contributed. I don't want to compare, calculate this. I don't want to divide this 1,14 with 23 lakhs. Okay, I want this to be divided with 7,42,000. That means within the furniture category. Okay, so how much the individual's subcategory has been contributed. I want to find that. So in that case, what is that we do? Again, I'll just take the same thing. Quick table calculation. Okay, and here we just have a percentage of total. We don't have a percentage of the total for the category or subcategory. I'll take the percentage of the calculator total. Then, see, right now it is comparing this with the grand total. Okay, no, I say I want this to be compared with the individual category. So again, further click on this. Okay, and then we have something called as compute using. Once you have applied the table calculation, we have a compute using, and I just want this to be computed for the individual subcategory within the category. You can see under furniture, the bookcases have contributed 15% for the furniture, chairs 44%, furnishing 12%, tables 27.8%. Total is 100% by all this particular four different subcategories. You want to show this particular, see, this is the table calculation field which has this kind of a triangle symbol here. Okay, so you want to get even the sales, you can just add it. You can interchange this. Yeah. So we see that. So 1,14,000 divided with 7,42,000, it is 15%. So we see that chairs, totally it is 7,42,000. Out of 7 lakhs, 3.3 lakhs is the contribution. That means almost half of that is 3.7 lakhs, no? Yeah, 3.7 lakhs. So now it is 3.3 lakhs. So it is almost close to half, 45% of business is contributed by the chairs.
Okay.
Getting?
Yes, Ajay.
So we are doing at the sub level. So for that, what I did is I applied a what is a table calculation. After I applied the table calculation, but I wanted to do it at the sub level. So I just went to this compute using, and here by default is table down, no? So you can just even go at the pane level, or I want to go at individual subcategory level. Okay.
Yes, Aditya.
Okay. Okay. This is fine. You want to see the individual also? You can take the sales here, compute using percentage of the total, and then I'll include the sales here. See, this is showing the percentage with the grand total. Yeah. This is showing the percentage with the grand total, and this is the percentage with the individual category wise total. Both are there together. Got it? Understood?
Yes, Aditya. Yes.
Okay. Okay. The next thing. Okay. The next thing is okay. This is about the calculations. We got it. Okay. The table level calculations. Hmm? All clear, no,
Yes,
with this one? Okay. So I say this is the table calculations. Okay. The next thing is we can also create a calculated fields. Like take an example. I'll take the subcategories. We have the 17 subcategories here. I'll take the sales. I'll also take the profit. Okay. I can just make this as right. Okay. We see the each subcategories. We have a sales and we have the profit. So accessories, we have a total sales of 1,67,000 for which we have a profit of 42,000. Yes.
yes, Aditya.
Okay. And things. So we have this particular sales and the profit respectively. Okay, now what I want is I just want to know what is the profit percentage. How do we calculate a profit percentage? That has to be done at the each row level. Okay. I see we got a profit of 42K for a sales of 167K. What is the percentage of profit we are getting? So it is going to be nothing but 42,000 divided by 1,67,000. That is around roughly around 25%. Is it? So I want to get that particular info. Okay. If I have to do that, what is that I need to do is I need to multiply the sales into profit and then we need to get it. Is it? For this, we need to create a calculated fields. Okay, so how do we do that one? For doing this particular calculated fields, what is that we do is, okay, here you can see a small arrow. Click on that. We have a create calculated field. Or even you can go to the analysis here, and there we have this create calculated field from the analysis. Here we are doing a table calculations. Okay, here we are going for the calculated fields. Okay, and we can just write the formula here. Hey, for doing this calculated fields, I just want to say it is profit divided by sales. No, I just want to calculate the profit percentage. To calculate a profit percentage, it is going to be the profit divided by sales.
Sum
So
of
I'll just
profit divided by
sum of profit
divided by
divided by
sum of
sales.
sales.
Sum of sales. Okay, that's it. I'll just say apply, and you can see we got the profit percentage, and it shows me the profit percentage. Here now it shows zero. I need to format this to display as a percentage. So I can change the display format. Right click on this. We have a format option here. Format. A default property. I can change the default property here as I want to go for the number format. In the number
Okay.
format, I say I want to display this as a percentage with two-digit decimal. It is like creating a measure, no?
Yes, Adikas.
Exactly like creating a DAX. But we don't call
Yeah,
that as a DAX here. We call it as a calculated fields.
calculator fields. Okay.
We call it as a calculator. We don't call it as a DAX, but it is equivalent to DAX.
Yes, Adikas.
Fine. Got it?
Yes, Adikas.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see more about the calculations, and now we'll see about the visuals. How do we create the charts? Okay, but understood about the table calculation and how we can create a calculated fields. We have a lot of things to do with the calculated fields. We can even do with the dynamic things like parameters. What we did, you can do here also. We can do the parameters and all this thing. Calculated field is very vast thing, so we can do those particular things. But otherwise, when you take comes to a table calculation, you want to give a ranking. We can give it. Say example, I'll just take the subcategory and the sales. I just want to give the ranking. Which product has the highest sales? Which has the lowest sales? What is that I'll do? I'll just take the sum of sales here, quick table calculation, and we have the rank here. You can see the product which has the highest sales is ranked one. So I can just include both the sales and this one, and you can see the ranking.
Okay.
This is a table calculation again.
Okay, so give a minute.
Actually, I feel Tableau is more powerful,
Yes, Adikas.
but there is a big hype of Power BI in the market.
But
And still,
Tableau
I'll
is
tell
very
you,
simple.
big companies, they are still working with Tableau.
Okay.
The major companies, very big companies, they don't. People who don't think about the see, uh, we see Maruti car, and we
Yes,
also see
Adikas.
a Mercedes Benz. Okay, when you see in the road, which is the more running car, Maruti is more in the Indian roads, no?
Yes, Adikas.
Okay, but the powerful car is which one? Benz is more powerful than Maruti. Agree?
Yes, Sadik.
Mercedes is very powerful. It has more features compared to Maruti. But at the end of the day, which is running more in the on the road is Maruti, is it? See,
Yes, Sadik.
again, it has a various factors. Might be like in India, we look at the money point of view. The same thing when you go to the Gulf country, they have a different brand, is it?
Yes,
There
Sadik.
might be Toyota is running more. It depends. And the other major thing, what happens is those particular products which is more, and at the end of the day, like since Mercedes, Benz, BMW, they are more powerful. Obviously, they are more costlier, so which everybody cannot afford for it. The same way, Power BI
Yes,
is
Sadik.
more expensive, so everybody cannot invest on the software itself. No,
Yeah.
they have to think from the business point of view also. If they have to grow the business, they cannot only invest on the softwares. The cost cutting also
Yes.
is needed. So Power BI is giving at a very cheap
Cheaper.
price.
Yes,
Okay,
Sadik.
on that way, like the demand for Microsoft Power BI is more. They're also coming with a lot of new features, a lot of enhancements are there. Very aggressively they are working. But when it comes to powerful, I feel like Tableau is there very long time. Say
Okay. Okay, Sadik.
okay,
Shall we do more calculator fields?
yeah, yeah, okay. So kind of things. More is what? So you want to do at the individual category within the category, you can try to do this. You can add a category plan and the same thing at the subcategory. Yeah, within each category, the ranking is there. You can do the same ranking for the state and the region and the state.
Yes, Sadik.
Okay, so I'll take the region, and within the region, I'll add a state and add a sales. Now, if I take this rank, it gives me the ranking for the whole level. Okay, so we see that the top ranks are like this. California is in the top, New York is in the second top, and things. Okay, but as soon as you add a region for this get divided based on the region. Okay, still it says the California is the top. So, but you can see that is belonging to the West region. But what I want is this ranking, what is there? I also want to give the ranking for each region wise. So I can just go here, I say quick table, and I say I just want to go under the state wise. within the each region. You can see how the ranking. Under the central region, Texas is the top sales, then Illinois. And in the west region, we can see the top selling is the New York, then Pennsylvania, and so on. In the south region, okay, in the west region, the top is California. And you want to have the overall top as well as this top, you can just say sum of sales for this and say rank, and take also one more sum of sales. So this is the ranking. This is at the whole country level, and this is the sorry, this is your country level ranking, and this is state level ranking. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is within the region. This is a ranking within the region, and this is a ranking for the whole country level. The last one is country level ranking. I can just rename this. Edit alias, and I say rank at USA level. Okay, country country wise ranking, and this is the state wise ranking. Rank of sales along the state and the country wise ranking. Okay, Vishnu.
Yes, Admin.
Okay. See, calculated fields will learn more. Okay. Now we'll go to
Yes.
visuals. Now,
Okay.
if I have to create a chart, we have seen one of the chart here. Okay. So I just want to create the chart like this. See, one thing is, you want to create a chart, you can just take a what to say, the measure, and then add a dimension. By default, a column chart gets created, region wise, how the sales are happening. Okay, this is one way to do it. Another way to do it is you want to create different types of charts. In the show me, you can see here, it shows me the different types of charts that you can create. Now, take an example. I just want to have a column chart. This is your column chart. This is your bar chart, respectively. Suppose if I want to create a column chart, it just tells me, like when you focus on that, it says side by side, okay, bar chart, which is called as a column chart. What is needed for this? One dimension and one measure. This is a bar chart. We need to have at least one measure, okay, optional dimension kind of a thing. Suppose you want to create this one, so I'll just take one dimension and one measure. What is the measure here? Sales. And I want dimension is the region. Hold on the control key and select it. You can see I've selected one dimension and one measure. Once you have selected one dimension and measure, what all the charts can be created over those one dimension, one measure, that is been highlighted, and the rest all which cannot be created with this one dimension and one measure, they are grayed out. Now I just say example, I just want to have something called as a column chart. Okay. I just select this, it gets a column chart or a bar chart. You can just create it something like this. Got it?
Yes, Advin.
Okay. Okay. So we can just do it something like this, or we can just take a simple column chart. By default, it is a column chart, and I just want to divide this based on the region. Okay, fine.
Yes, Advin.
Okay. Hey, now, as I said, I want to display the labels on this. As I said, you can just select the sales, drag onto the labels. It shows me the labels. Fine. Okay. What is the total sales now? Now, what I want is this is we have the total sales for each region wise. Now, within the region, I just want to see the segment wise how they have been performing, how much of consumer sales has been done, how much of corporate sales has been done, how much of home office segment sales has been done. I want to divide this by the segment. What I'll do is I'll just double click on the segment. You can see segment is just added as a cluster next to this. Okay. So whatever the sales have happened in the region, it has been divided by the segment. Okay. Within each region, I can see the segment wise how the sales are happening.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. So we can see that under this one, so we have a consumer, corporate, and the home office. So I can just make this as an entire view, and you can see the show the full screen here. You can see that. So under the central region, okay, we can see under each region, but we can see that there is a tall bars here, which is nothing but consumer. Hey, now it'll be better if I can show this each segment with a different color. Is it? It'll be better if I can show this each segment with a different color. So what I will do is I'll just add a segment. I'll just select the segment. Again, I'll add this to the color. I'll just drag the segment to the color. And see it shows with the color wise. Okay. Now in this, what happens is when I select the consumers, you can see the consumers are highlighted. We have a tall towers in by the consumers, or they are the highest sales. Then we have a corporate segment. Then we have a home office segment of customers. Okay.
Yes, others.
Okay. Fine. The next thing is okay. So we are able to see this is called as a clustered column chart. No.
Yes, others.
So we call this as a clustered. Okay. And this is your column chart, is it? This is a column chart, and this is your clustered column chart. Fine. Okay. Hey, now, in the case of a clustered, we are able to have the second dimension, and the second dimension is been clustered. That means that has been arranged side by side. Now I say no, I want this to be arranged one above the other. So we have something called the stack, is it? So how do we create a stacked column chart? So for creating a stacked column chart, I'll just do the same thing. I'll take the sales and I want to divide it by the region. But within the region, I want to add a segment which I don't want this to be side by side. See, if I just double click on the segment, it has been added to the column and says under the region, it has been further divided by the segment. I say no, I want the segment to be stacked. So what I'll do here is instead of double clicking or dragging and dropping to the column, I'll just drag the segment and add to the column. And see, automatically it just segments. Okay, so here I'm able to get two information here, which region is been performing a better one. So I see the West region is performing the best. Okay, and within the each region, we are able to see the segment wise, and we see the consumer has been contributed the highest, and then we have a small contribution coming from the home office, corporate, and this one respectively. Again, you want to add the labels as usual, the same thing. It gets added. You can format the labels, and all these things can be done. Okay, fine, understood.
Yes, others.
Here you have used a single dimension. Here you have used second dimension, but that has been added as a separate column. Here the second dimension is added to the colors, which is creating a segment. So here I'm able to get both the information, which region is doing the better one. And within the region, we are able to see the segment. Instead of having as a clustered collection of columns, I'm just able to see this column, which has been just arranged one above the other. Okay.
Yes, Sadhvik.
Okay. Next is we'll see with the pie chart. How do you create a pie chart here? If you have to create a pie chart, just click on the show me. On the show me, you can just focus on this pie chart. You see what did I do? I just went to the show me. Under the show me, I just focused on the pie chart. When you focus on the pie chart, it says what type of chart you're creating. It's a pie chart. What is needed? We need to have at least one dimension and one measure. So I just want to see the segment wise sales. So I'll just select the segment as a dimension, sales as the measure. So you need to select both. That means you have to hold on the control key. So I have selected the one dimension, that is a segment, and the measure is your sales. Okay. When you select this, all the particular chart that can be created using this dimension and measure has been selected. So now you just click on this particular pie chart. Yeah, automatically a pie chart has been created. You can make this as an entire view to see the bigger screen. We see that we have three different segment here: consumer, which has contributed more than 50%, more than half of it, is it? And you can see the corporate, more than quarter of it, around 30, more than 34%, 30% has been done, and the remaining 20% is done by the home office segment of customer. You want to show the values? I can take the sales and display this as a values. It says, hey, we have a total sales of 11 lakh 61,000 by the consumer segment, and the corporate segment says 7 lakhs, and the home office 4 lakhs 30,000. But instead of these numbers, I want to display as a percentage. Okay, so in that case, what is that we do? So we have the sum of sales, which is displayed on a text label. Okay, you can see we have so many sum of sales. This is T. T is for the text. What is there in the text that I can just focus on that. Just right click, quick table, and I say percentage of the total. 50.5% of the business is done by the consumer, 31% business coming from the consumer, 18.7, that is 19% coming business coming from the home office segment of customers.
Okay, Sadhvik.
Okay.